Alright, it's not morning, but good afternoon YouTube. It's Nick with NK Landscaping, again as usual. Today is a completely different video. It's Friday, July 14th. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're leaving to go on vacation. So, Steph, of course, my wife, this is our family vacation, and believe it or not, family includes some of the NK crew. So, ever since I was legitimately I believe I was 6 months at the time, I've been going camping in Lake George with my family. It was a tradition through my grandparents. They bought a house up in Lake George, I believe in the 90s, but they had been camping there since the 70s. So it's a vacation that basically on my dad's side, his grandparents, they did it with my dad and his 3 brothers as a kid. And then once my dad had kids, which I'm the oldest of 4, we went on a family vacation to Lake George every year. So we'll bring up the boat, we stay out on the islands there, and it's one of the best vacations. I look forward to it every single year. But once I got old enough and was able to get a boat, I decided to, well, not even that. Kurt has been coming with us for a long time. So right now, we're doing some Lake George prep. Kurt is sweaty. He's been washing windows. Fitz is over here, pressure washing some of the coolers. That's a little cargo box that we use to haul some of our stuff. Fitz is coming, so that'll be really fun. You may notice something weird. Normally I'll take my 4-door Dodge camping because it's got 6 seats. It's enough for a lot of people and gear, and it's just a nice place to be for a 3-hour. It's about 3 hours from here, maybe 2.5 hours. Dodge is in the shop, and our 2022 Chevy is in the shop. So all we're left with here is the 2006 dump truck, and that's going to be towing the boat up. So I'm going to bring you along with all these people. You'll probably see some of my family. My brother Dan, who you may have seen in some of the videos, he used to work for us. He'll be up there with his girlfriend and his friends. It's just a great time. So I'll kind of document a little montage of the trip for you. It ain't gonna be anything too crazy because we're gonna be out there having fun, but we'll see you once we get to the next little part of this. Alright, so we're not loaded up, but it's gonna rain tonight, so that's why the boat's still covered and there's nothing in the truck. But I got all the tires aired up, greased the hubs on the trailer, make sure to do that every year, checked all the lights, so that is all good. So next thing you know, it'll be morning. Alright guys, it's morning of. I'm out here. I just got the boat uncovered. I'm waiting for Kurt to show up. Steph is inside packing up the rest of the stuff, so I just got this uncovered. I'm gonna get it loaded. But for those of you wondering that may or may not be into boats, this is my 2001 Sea-Doo Challenger 1800. So this is an 18-foot jet boat. I personally am a massive jet fan. So if you're new to boats or don't know boats very well, jet means that there is no exposed propeller. So under this reverse gate in here, there's an impeller that sucks water from the bottom and shoots it out in a jet. So this jet steers left and right. So there's technically no exposed propeller to hurt yourself on. And jet boats, in my opinion, are very maneuverable. This boat can just sit and spin 360 degrees. To me, that makes it very easy to maneuver and dock and things. So this boat is powered by the 6-cylinder Mercury Sport Jet. So it's a 240 horsepower, 2.5 liter V6. Happens to be 2-stroke. These motors get a bad rap because they are oil injected, so there's an oil tank, so it mixes the fuel for you. What happens is people either don't maintain that system, or in really rare cases, the thing that drives the injection pump for the oil is a little plastic gear, and that can strip out. We had the motor on this boat replaced. When I got it, I actually got it from my uncle. So he ended up having the motor failure and purchased a new boat. So I kind of inherited this, and then paid to have a new motor put in Pennsylvania. So these are basically almost identical to the Mercury Optimax engines, I believe, that are in the outboards. They get a bad rap in these boats because they're a little harder to work on. They're down under the sun pad there. But aside from the slight reliability issues, I tend to put a little premix in the gas tank itself, and then I always inspect my oil injection to make sure it's working. Otherwise, these motors are very powerful. They're very fast. This boat is capable of doing about 55 miles an hour, which, if you're a boat person, it's not crazy fast, but for a you know, just a cruiser boat or a little fun boat, that's quite fast. So I'm gonna get this loaded up. Tubes got to get deflated. Truck's got to get loaded. But we'll get to it here, and then we'll get on the road. All right, I know it doesn't look any different on camera, but we got a full truck bed full of stuff. We got to stop at Walmart to pick up our camping supply, or not camping, but food and stuff. Boat, everything is tied down. You gotta be careful. These pads like to fly out, so I always tie a rope over that. I've had good luck with that in the past, and I always take the bow cushions out because those want to fly out too. Bimini is tied down, can't go anywhere. Everything's checked, and now we all get to sit 3 across in the old work truck. But this is how people used to do it back in the day. These are how trucks were, so we're gonna enjoy it. All right, we are finally on the open road. I mean, we've been driving for a minute here, but we're on the highway on I-87 heading north. 3 across.
I got my nuts.
Kurt's got his nuts. He's got his DS. He's been playing some Pokemon over there.
I got my cough drops.
Cough drops. Steph is still sick. But now we've got probably from here about 2 hours or so up to not even 2 hours. We're going to be stopping in Queensbury, New York, at their Walmart. That's the one right before Lake George, and then we get to make the trek up over Tongue Mountain to the launch ramp, or my grandparents' house, then the launch ramp. So here we go. All right, we're in Queensbury. Gonna stop at the Walmart. This is gonna be our first gas stop of the day. First and only. We should not have to stop again. Now this truck has twin tanks, so one here and one back there, but for some reason that rear tank does not take fuel. You can fill it up really slowly and it just kind of backs up. We never really looked into it because the main tank is still pretty big. So I don't put fuel back there. But I'll do a calculation here and see what we're getting for gas mileage. I'm gonna go ahead and estimate 8 miles to the gallon. So let's see what we're at once I get filled up here, and then we'll head off to Walmart, and then we're only less than an hour from our destination. All right, so the results are in. 7.63 miles to the gallon. How do you feel about that?
I mean, that's us and a boat and my nuts.
To Walmart.
That's a lot of weight. Tomatoes. A little bit of the Shamadas tomatoes. Those are the best ones out there.
All right, guys. 3 carts. Just for ease of no bag use, and we got a cooler, extra cooler full of ice. So we're gonna get loaded up here and then get out to the island. Very excited. Only wasn't too bad this year. I think we spent like $740, which is pretty good for 3 people for basically a week camping. So let's get loaded up. All right, so let me just get situated here. Boat's got some stuff in it. I don't like to overload the boat trailer with a lot of weight. My dad used to do that in the past, and we had a lot of bearing failure on these boat trailers. They're just not meant to take a whole lot more weight than the boat itself. So we'll get the boat launched, then we'll come to my grandparents' beach area, load up the boat with all the stuff from the truck. So I'm gonna get this tarped. Nice using the dump truck here because it has the tarp. We don't have to worry about things blowing away. So cool. We're gonna sit in the AC for a minute. We had one egg casualty, but it happened. So off to Lake George we go. We'll see you in a few minutes. This is one of my favorite things to see after driving for over 2 hours, having to navigate crazy Walmart. You get to come down the hill, see these beautiful Adirondack mountains and the lake in front of you. So we're at the house here now. There's my dad's truck and his trailer, and then there's my baby.
Your baby?
All right, me and Steph's baby. We bought this brand new in 2019. This is our Sea-Doo GTR 230. This is very fast, supercharged, 230 horsepower jet ski. It'll do 70 miles an hour.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, it is beautiful. We try to take very good care of her. It's like one of the first new things we bought together. So, would you look at that? We are in the water. So me and Steph are taking the lightly loaded boat back to the house. We're gonna park at the dock. Kurt, we'll meet him up at the house to help him load the rest of the truck with stuff. Then we'll come down, load the boat, and get out to the island. So Kurt's gonna beat us back to the house. We're in Hague now, which is less than 10 minutes north of my grandparents' house. So we're just gonna mosey on through this 5-mile-an-hour zone and then get up on plane and start cruising to the house. Beautiful day here. It's like mid 80 degrees. Very nice. All right, here we go. So we're pulling up to the docks here. I'm gonna navigate us in here. We'll get tied up. I'll go help Kurt unhook the trailer, and then we can bring the truck down here and load the boat full of stuff, get out to the island. All right, boat is all tied up. In this docking situation, they want you to bow out all the time because we're usually getting a wind from the south, so you'd rather take that to the bow than to the stern of the boat. So it's a quick walk up to the house. We're gonna go get the truck, come down here and get this thing loaded. You'll be amazed at how much this boat can hold. Oh yeah. Well, as you can see, I think this truck has a 9-foot flatbed, 9x8 maybe, and it's full. But we're gonna get this all on the boat, plus 3 people. So I think we're gonna hold off launching the jet ski today, but that's fine. We're here for a week. We got time.
I'll take you with me when I launch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get this stuff on the boat. So Steph is putting the truck away back at the house. It's full. It's a little more than I thought, but we're still floating, and that's how we do it. So you've got that first batch of islands there. We're not the next one, we're the next one. So it's from here, it doesn't look like it, but it's probably about 5-6 miles. Easy trip. We're gonna stop by and see my dad real quick, say hi once Steph gets back, and then we'll start camping. We just gotta set everything up. Well, here's my dad's site. He's here with my next in line sister, Katie. So we're gonna just say hi to them, and then we're going back to our site. Alright guys, boat is, I think, emptied. Let's take you up to the site. I just came down to grab a ratchet strap to put up our clothesline. So we are, I'd say 90% set up. We still need to do an ice run, but this is the Island Sagamore. This is campsite number 3. My brother's coming up tomorrow. He's getting number 5, which is right next door. And then later in the week we have number 6. So this is the setup. If you've been to a Lake George Island, you got your little fire pit here. But this is me and Steph's tent, or Steph and I. We have a nice setup here. This is our main eating side. We have all of our drinks and food storage over here. So we love these. Just basic. We bought this today. Extra storage, but this is a Sears X Cargo. We call it the Clam. That's where we keep all of our dry food. Anything that doesn't need to be kept cool. We have these little clips that keeps the critters out. All the foods and beverages. This is going to be our prep station for food. So a nice table with spices and everything. Under tent with a nice little Coleman grill. These are great. These little Coleman flat tops. They set up really easily, and we just run them off of a big 5-gallon propane. And then down there in that little tiny tent is Kurt. That is part of this site. Kurt is actually a long-time camper. He's taken a couple years hiatus. He's got a massive tent. He's gonna bring it out and get that set up because he bought that for this camping excursion and realized it's a little too small. So
It advertises 3-person tent.
advertises 3-person and it doesn't even fit one Kurt. So he's buttering up that pan. I guess we're gonna have some quesadillas for dinner. We skipped lunch, but that's the setup. That's a nice chicken quesadilla. So I'm a big hot sauce guy. Kurt's a big hot sauce guy. This has been one of our favorite, choking on hot sauce. This has been one of our favorite very spicy sauces. Goes great with everything. And then you just got to break out the Cholulas like usual. Can't go wrong with that.
I like Cholula.
Oh, Steph's a Cholula.
Cholula.
She can't handle the spice, but
Hey,
you know you
he
can't.
drinks this stuff. It's
great.
so bad.
I love it. I put it on everything. Oh, Kurt's going for the Cholulas. Thank you for dinner, Kurt. Very good.
No problem.
And we're gonna enjoy the lake. We gotta go out, get some ice in a little bit, and then calling it a night. I said earlier that Kurt didn't bring his big tent because it leaked a little bit of water. Well, he saw how small the new tent was, and well, we set that up. So now we're all really sweaty, so I'm going in the lake. Go jump in the lake, right? Caught my glasses. Hey, send it.
I like swimming. Morning.
Morning. Oh, I don't even know what time it is. You kind of.
It's like 8.
It's like 8.
8:35.
8:35. It poured last night, and Kurt wants to show you guys something.
Oh, yeah.
That's you know, this happens a lot, but that's excessive.
Can I do it?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get wet.
I'm gonna stand on the table and do it.
All right. Oh. Look at that.
You gotta
Gotta
tension
permit.
that.
Yep, we're gonna have to tighten that up. But I think the weather's supposed to be crummy all day. We'll have to see. But it's all right. All right, so we got the jet ski hooked up to my dad's truck. We're gonna go launch this. Got our 2023 Lake George permit. But yeah, we're gonna go launch this. Kurt will drive the truck back. I'll ride with Steph. And then my brother's gonna be showing up here probably about the same time we get back to dock the jet ski. So let's get moving. I'll take you along for the ride. All right, we're out on the jet ski. Kurt is bringing the truck back to the house. So we're gonna probably end up going back, meeting him there. And we might end up bringing this out to the island to just get it docked there. My brother's still at Walmart. They're taking forever, but so we are their boat. They don't have a boat. They just have a jet ski with them. So we're gonna get through the little 5-mile-an-hour zone here, let this thing warm up, and then back to the my grandparents' dock. So get some of that on film for you here. Jet ski is back. I just got it hooked up to the boat for now in case my dad has to come back here. So I have found out we have this spot and the spot right in front of us. So this is considered the shallow water spot. Like I said, this is a jet boat and it doesn't draw much water since there's not an outdrive like all these other boats have that sticks down into the water. And even then, I'm sitting on the bottom with both the jet ski and the boat. So they don't call it a shallow water spot for nothing. We're gonna go back up to the house, make sure Kurt is all set, and then we're going back out to the island for now. So I know it's an absolute losing battle, but I can't stand looking at a dirty boat, especially like back here in the corner. It's just mud and stuff from the campsite. We try to dip our feet before we get in the boat, but luckily fiberglass boats are super easy to clean. Wipe it right off, punch your wife, and just rinse it out. There's a scupper drain in the back, so all the water that you pour in here gets washed out. Makes it really easy to clean. So jet skis on the dock, boats on the dock. We're gonna make lunch As Kurt says, the chef is in the kitchen. He's making what he calls chicken slappers. I think that is some form of chicken sandwich. I'm not really sure. But once we eat lunch, we're gonna go pick up my brother from the land. My dad's gonna be there too because they got enough people to overload my boat. So, all right, let's get cleaning. Scrub the poop deck. Look who it is.
Oh, it's a Fitz.
We got a little Fitz in Lake George. Hunter, you remember Hunter?
Cheerio.
You know Kurt. And we got Marshall over there. And Gianni, that's Dan's girlfriend. My brother Dan. But Fitz is gonna get, he'd be hunting. He's gonna be swimming too. Oh yeah. And there he is. Another jet ski in the water.
Are you making a video on that?
I got a big raft.
Kurt has built quite the tower. I don't know why he's climbing on it. That's a little sketchy. But as you can see, hopefully you can hear me, but that's quite the tower, huh?
Somewhat. You gotta make it bigger.
Gotta make it bigger. All right, so end of day 2 here. Let's see what time it is. It's almost 9 o'clock. I just took a shower, me and Steph. To shower here, you can't see it. Those buckets right there. You're not allowed to put soap in this lake for a good reason. This lake is very clean, and they don't want any soap in the lake. It breeds like a special bacteria. But anyway, you basically jump in the lake, get wet, come on land, soap up, and then wash yourself off with a bucket way away from the land so the soap doesn't directly wash into the water. And then you can jump in to do your final rinse. So we're all clean, teeth brushed and everything. 9 o'clock doesn't seem very late, but we're usually in bed by 11. So 9 o'clock with camping and everything, it beats the heck out of you. It's wonderful, but it really beats you up. But tomorrow we're gonna have a great day, so get a good night's rest, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
That's my bag.
So,
Get his phone and go.
today's objective, Log Bay. So my dad is anchoring up there. Their friends, Sue, they rented a boat this morning, so they're anchoring up to them, and then we're gonna anchor up as well, make a little raft. And then we get to go swimming. It's basically all through, like right up against the shore is like a 3-foot deep like sandbar you could just walk on. Volleyball net and everything. It's gonna be a good time. Played a nice game of volleyball here at Log Bay today. So I told you that this is mine and Steph's baby. Just me on here right now. Steph likes to cruise, not so much go nuts on this thing. But like I said, 230 horsepower with a supercharger. This thing is a blast. So hopefully that was kind of cool. This is like, I don't get to ride this thing that often. Like I said, it's 2019, so we bought it pre-COVID. COVID was a little crazy, and then we just don't have the time that we thought we would, but it is nice to have. But I saw out there, that's my dad's boat, and then you can see red and white sails. I believe that's the little Sunfish sailboat that was in my garage at the house I'm in now. That used to be my uncle's. Sailboat looks good not being in a dusty garage. We had a mini fish up here in Lake George, but it got so old it started taking on water. But this is a nice sunfish. They're moving pretty good. They're beating me, and the jet ski says we're doing 3 miles an hour, so that looks awesome. I definitely want to get out on there. I haven't been sailing in a long time.
Yeah, it's up to you. You're the skipper.
You might be able to see how hazy it is today. I think the Canadian wildfires are not started back up, but the winds have blown the smoke back here. But look at that. Is that not just like crazy view? So we just got some extra ice. Just me and Steph got some gas. Back to the island, have a good night. And on to what, day 4 already?
I think tomorrow, day
tomorrow's for. So, oh, just behind the cloud. All right, guys. So today is just a hanging around kind of day. That's our island right there, Sagamore, and this is why am I struggling? St. Saccharin, my oh my. Looks like number 8. This campsite is not currently rentable. It's in remediation. They're letting it grow back to kind of let it naturalize again. They do this to most of the sites every once in a while just to keep the human impact down. But this site has a nice little rock jump, so we're not here for the site, we're here for the rock. And Kurt, I think, is going to show you how it's done.
Well, first,
you run,
and then you jump,
and then you jump,
and then you splash.
then you splash.
Run, jump, splash!
I think that was good execution. Very nice. It's not too much, maybe 6 to 8 feet off the water. One of the smaller rock jumps around, but it's a fun one. We got the convoy coming in.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Go! Kickflip!
Do a kickflip.
Do a barrel roll!
Let's do- Send it.
Flip flopper! The Guitar Hero! Go, go! Do the crocodile!
I made that. That was all me. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wow.
I gotta go pee-pee.
Big jump.
Woo!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. Woo!
Whoa! I'd be shitting my pants if I tried.
Woo! I didn't even see that. It was loud too.
JBL support.
Wow, we all use JBLs as well.
I was
My friends
chewing
have
like
the
a
JBL
horse.
Flip and the JBL Charge.
Yeah, I love it. Don't ask me how much it takes. It's wet. $4.
Really?
Yeah,
So we're here in Bolton Landing. This is just the, it's a little south of where we camp, but it's the village is still quite a bit more south, but it's another one of the villages, quite a bit more populated than where my grandparents live. So we're stopping, we're gonna do a little shopping with everybody, and before we shop, we're actually gonna get some food at the local restaurant. I think we're going to Frederick's if they have a seat open for this many people, but they have a really nice public docking here, so you can park for free as long as there's a spot.
The only one that waited for you.
Totally forgot to say, you probably just saw it back there on film, but that big hotel looking area from there out, that's called the Sagamore. So that's a little island, there's a little bridge right there, and it's a really fancy hotel that you can go and stay at if you come to Lake George. It is a little pricey, but it's a good stay. I've never actually been there, but I know a lot of people that have been there, gotten married there and things. Beautiful place. So we're gonna walk into town and grab ourselves a nice bite to eat. First time on, I mean, well, we've been on shore a lot of times, but first time back in town, I guess you could say. And today's Wednesday.
No fun. It's too good a vacation.
Did you just buy that shirt? Did you steal that shirt?
I already pulled 2 tags off of it.
Oh God.
Some appetizers. Always have to get the pretzel with the cheese.
The big one. Battle with the largest Pokemon. Fitzsimmons.
So that's a really cool thing about Lake George, since it is mainly a mountain-fed, rock-bottomed lake. The water here is like exceptionally clear, and it's not very mucky like the lake that my parents live on, Whaley Lake. It's very seaweedy, versus here the bottom is mainly rock, and it's that cold kind of mountain water that comes down. So this lake is quite cold compared to others, but it's just this fantastic water, very clear, very refreshing, and there's all sorts of rocks everywhere, marked by these danger and spar buoys and things, and it's always fun to come out and just be in the middle of this large lake and stand on the rocks and pretend like you're like walking on water.
Every time.
Cooked up some nice hamburgers. Now we're having our freshly cut pineapple snack.
Juicy.
It is a juicy pineapple.
The beer is protected.
Yep, we got a life jacket for the beer. It's an empty beer, but it's protected in you know, case of flooding, or if it gets tossed in the lake. So we're playing a crazy game of Magic the Gathering.
Check this out. Slapping, gonna tap 7 forests, and I'm gonna play Pelika Worm. It's a 4 colors and 3 forests, and it is a creature, a worm, with trample. When Pelika Worm enters the battlefield, you gain 7 life. And when if he dies, I get to draw a card. But he's a 7/7 with trample.
So as you can tell, Kurt's winning. Steph and me are losing.
I'm getting gypped.
Steph's got no creatures. She's got a lot of life, or no, a lot of mana.
Land.
And I'm doing something.
You're living. You're surviving.
Kurt's killing me. But that's how tonight's going. Not too bad of a night here.
We're all pretty shot.
Yeah, we're shot.
Kurt has a hurt foot.
Kurt has a hurt foot, and
I have a
she's got a busted finger, and I got croc foot, croc chafing. Oh. Good day. Tomorrow's rain, so end the night with some cards, and this guy's gonna probably win.
Probably.
So today's Friday. We leave tomorrow, and that basically means tomorrow is a packing up day. So gotta break down the site in the morning, get loaded, you know, get the boat out of the water. So today is basically the last day to have fun. It is a beautiful day outside, and we've been doing a bunch of swimming and stuff all morning. We just had some lunch and played a nice game of Magic between me, Steph, Kurt, and Fitz. Now we're gonna do some jet skiing, might do a little sailing, and then I know Dan, my brother's crew, he's got a bunch of people. I think there are 8 total now. They're gonna take a ride into town, but me, Steph, and Kurt are probably gonna stick around, and we got a little bit of firewood, so we'll have a nice fire and end the last usable day on a really good note. So let's go take a ride. So this right here is a little interesting. Hopefully it's not too windy and you can hear me. But this is an uninhabited island on basically in the middle of the lake towards the north end. That's a separate island. It looks like one right now, but that's a separate island up there with a house on it, and people do occasionally like vacation there. I assume somebody owns it and comes out occasionally. But on this island, that's called the Hewitt and Hecker Church. It's kind of funny, my last name is Hewitt, although this one is spelled different. And it's just a really tiny little church built on this island. They take very good care of it. It's always freshly painted. There is no dock. I don't know the true like story about this, but it's always cool to come check this out. But it's just funny seeing this little tiny church in the middle of the lake here. And then this island's kind of cool. We'll show you in a second up here. So, like I said, these are two islands. We have the church island, and there's the little house over there. But there's this little channel between the islands. And what's funny is, like I said, I've been coming here my whole life, so almost 29 years. And every year that we come here, I either have a set of friends, or my sisters and brothers, or my dad has a set of friends. Generally, that includes at least one person that has never been to Lake George. So my dad will boat up to here, and everybody's usually distracted, you know, having fun on the boat. And he'll tell everybody that as we come through here, you can't see that there's still a lake all the way around us. And this looks like you're going through the secret cove onto the hidden lake that nobody knows about. And when in reality, you're just coming out between two islands. But it kind of fools everybody for a little while as they come through.
He did it to me, and I was fully convinced.
He got Steph, he's gotten a lot of people, but it's a super cool little shallow channel that runs through here. And it does kind of feel like you're coming out into a little bit of a different lake. There's nothing going on this shoreline. This would be the west shoreline here, versus the south shoreline has some houses on it. So it's always cool coming out here and kind of feeling like you're in a different planet until you could see left and right. But it's just a funny little story I figured I'd share because it gets everybody every time. But super fun. We're gonna ride around for a little bit here and then probably hop on the sailboat. The wind is gusting pretty good out there. Looks like it'll be a good time. We lost a little bit of wind, but not this. I don't know how well it's gonna show up on camera, but this island ends right about there, and our island is that one. So we went all the way up to that big island, came around. Now we're gonna loop around the tip of St. Sacrament. That's my dad's. That boat there is on the opposite side of that. So we're gonna wrap around and then sail back up the channel to our campsite. So probably been out for 40 minutes now, maybe. Probably done 3 miles or so. It's not too shabby. So it's the last night. We just did a dinner, and then we all just showered. So we're feeling clean. I got sneakers on. Feels good to have sneakers on after 6 days of camping. Everybody's kind of relaxing. We're all kind of burnt out. 6 days of outdoor sun every day will do that to you, but it is very peaceful to be outside this whole time. So we're gonna kind of relax here It's been a wonderful trip, just like it is every year. Like I said, I think this is my 28th year doing this, and I would not trade it for the world.
It's my 8th year.
Steph's 8th year, my 28th year. So, I'm not traded for the world. This is a vacation I look forward to every year. It's just good spending time with my family, getting away from the real world. So, see you tomorrow when we pack up. Maybe another video tonight, we'll see. But
Yeah, the fire.
we'll see you. Well, told you guys we had a real nice fire. So that's dying out there. Kurt's in bed. You can't see it, of course. Getting ready to go to sleep. Like I said, last night, it's gonna be a real good time. Get some sleep. Steph bought this nice, oh, you can't see it, it's dark. But that's a camping fan.
Oh, let's go to light. Hang on.
Nice little fan. Runs off of 2D batteries. We got it blowing right down on the bed. Makes it a little easier to sleep. We're used to sleeping with the fan, so it's nice to have. See you in the morning and finish off this video for you. Camping 2023. Alright guys, see you in the morning. So as you can see, we're breaking down a little bit. Kind of going through all the coolers, figuring out what needs to get thrown out and what's going to come home with us. Tents are getting broken down, cleaned out, so like I said, I bring that Milwaukee vacuum, clean out the tents so that they're clean for next year. The worst thing is like opening up a new tent and it's full of crumbs from the last year. Cooking up some eggs this morning, another way just to lighten the load, have less breakable stuff with us. We'll be packed up here after breakfast, not much left. I'm gonna do a garbage run and then we get to pull the boat out. So not a bad week at all. Fully loaded up. There, my family's here to grab the sailboat. They're gonna do some sailing. It's my sister Katie's birthday today too, so happy birthday, Katie. But like we got out here, we're getting home in one load. So Steph's gonna be on the jet ski. That's actually gonna lighten the load a little bit for me and Kurt, so we actually get some seats. But take a look, one last walk through the site here to make sure we didn't forget anything. I like to be very thorough, leave no garbage or anything. But not too bad. Looks good. I think we're clean. Well, back home, and then I can wrap this video up. 2023 Lake George camping vacation. Boat is completely empty. Jet ski's just temporarily tied up for now. I'm gonna actually add these fenders to the jet ski and then we'll shove it down in the shallow water space so it takes up the least amount of room. But we're gonna go with the truck back to the house. That's all loaded. We will put everything away in the garage that needs to stay here for next year, and then we can hook up the trailer and get the boat pulled out. So crazy. The boat fills up the dump truck most of the way. Empty boat. Me and Steph are gonna take this down to the Hague launch ramp. Kurt is giving us like a 5-minute head start. I just jumped in one last time. Boy, does it feel nice. So let's get moving, get this boat out of the water. Okay, boat is out of the water. Back to the house. Kitties. Alright. Fully out, aside from the jet ski. We're gonna leave it in the water and come back for it next week. Had to come back and pick it up anyway, so might as well leave it in the water and we can have a nice ride. But I think I'm gonna cap this off here. It's probably long enough. I've never edited a video like this before, so hopefully it came out decently. But from me, Steph, Kurt's back there playing with tools. But I want to thank you guys for watching, sticking around, and if you ever get a chance to check out Lake George, it's a really good place. I know we kind of have like a little bit of a hack because we have my grandparents' house up here, but even if you come up for a day just for Bolton Landing or the lake, just enjoy the weekend maybe. It's a wonderful spot. It really is one of my favorite places to be every season. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good rest of the day, guys. See ya.